What's up, guys? Helps if I hit the audio on. Welcome to RK Leather and Lathe. Today we're going to concentrate more on lathe. And just thought about it. I need a hat. Anyway, we're going to concentrate more on lathe. We're going to turn a duck call today. So we're going to see how this works while I'm turning. Sorry about the background noise. We're going to turn on the... maybe we won't turn on the dust collector. Anyway, let's get to turning. So, don't mind me. I do have headphones on, so I'll be able to listen to music that you guys can't hear. So, set my music up, and we'll get turning. Just in case you guys didn't know, we're going to have some comments. This is a live on Facebook, so we'll have some comments sitting right over here. I'll look at them every once in a while to acknowledge that I'm reading them, and that's where I'll be talking to myself or talking to the comments. So, what's up, Julio? How are you? And here we go. We're going to get over to... But first, I do need to set up an audio inside of that lathe scene. So stand by. Copy. Paste. Okay, so now we have it. Exit studio mode. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start on this. Alright, so we still have some audio over here. I'm going to turn this on. As you can see, it's a little bit out of round, but that's okay. We will get this to work. Alright, so one of the things that I normally will do is I'll normally have a face shield on when I'm playing with resin, and I don't have that face shield on right now, so I wasn't going to, but I'm going to because it just doesn't feel right not having it. So stand by.
What's better? Hey, knock it off.
All right, that's a let's see, what color is that? It's green. This one here, it's got some greens, some little bit of blues in there. So it's a pretty cool color. I'm gonna order a white caul to put inside of it, and yeah, there's just something about not. I've had these things blow up before. I thought I was gonna do it. Plus, I'm gonna turn on the. I'm gonna put on a dust collector. So, sorry if it gets dusty or gets loud, but I gotta have the dust collector on for collecting some of this. Even though I have the mask, the whole shop just gets covered in stuff. So, put the dust collector on. and cool. I like the color. Yeah, it's a cool color. I got to change out the reed for it. So the reed I have is actually an orange reed, and these are just you pull them out and you can adjust them and throw them back in. So the reed I have for this is orange. I don't know if I like it. I'll probably order a clear one. I haven't ordered it yet, but I will. But we'll test it with this thing. How do I decide on a shape? You know, I really I looked around and I said, hey, does that look good? So I says, hey, to my buddy who I'm making this for, Ken, he says, I'm like, what do you think? He goes, well, it depends on how it sounds. And I'm like, how it sounds? I guess the shape, hold on one second. I guess how it is shaped actually will change the sound of it. So I can't make these things work because I'm not good like that, but I guess it has to do with the shape of it. So this one I think sounded pretty good. I'm still learning. So I need to not do the whole hand. I need to do just the... But I'm still learning. So that's kind of how I decided on the shape, is I looked on the internet and I said, hey, that looks like a good shape. So I may change around some of the ways I do it, but for now that's the shape. So yeah, it is kind of interesting on how that works. I'm just trying this one to see if it works. I'm going to come up with maybe a band. They have a band that I can buy to go right here. So that'll be a metal band instead, but for now this is where you'll tie a little lanyard on, and being that it is resin, it's better for being waterproof, where this wood one I would have to do something to it to make it waterproof, more so than a resin one. So we'll continue on here. It does, let's see, it makes sense. Yeah, it does make sense most of the time to make sure that's what it, I don't know. I don't know. So if he doesn't want it, then I'll have another one to play with and make lots of noise. What are you doing? It's nice outside. Sorry, my daughter was closing doors. I thought it was because of this. Jeff, we need to make sure you don't use these in during a live feed, a live show. Hopefully this will stay. I need one more. There we go. If it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's a duck, right? Nope, it's me. I can do the duck crawl. Still not a duck. All right, let me go back to the dual lathe and take a look. So now we'll go into the sanding process, and we'll be able to wet sand all of this, which will be nice. First I'll take a large block, and that'll get rid of a lot of the roughness of it real quick. Hey Eric, thank you very much. Still a little bit rough, but I got a smoothed out, and I'll work on it now with some wet sanding. We'll start at 300 for the wet sanding and work our way up to about 12,000 grit before buffing and polishing. So let me set these real quick so I have fresh wet sanding pads ready to go. wind is blowing outside. Okay, let's start at, sorry, it took me longer than I expected. Let's take a look at the comments real quick. Let's see, I like how that looks. Thanks, Eric. Jeff, stop, you're not supposed to use pics on the live. She is correct, but, you know, these may be a little bit different, but definitely not on the live sale. And what I'll do is I will sand the inside of this. I'll sand the inside of this piece after everything else is sanded and done. I'll move the whole piece off a little bit. Ask me how I'm going to get in there, and I'm going to tell you, I don't know. So I'm going a little bit longer on this 320 to try to get rid of some of the bumps that were through here. But they're not, and they're mostly gone now, so that's it was just some chattering with the tools that was left. And we do use a, if I use a paper towel or anything like that, you can see like I just barely have a hold of it, so if it grabs, it'll just pull it underneath and away from me, so I'm not going to get hurt by it. Or hurt as badly, I guess would be. This was just the very first sanding. What I'm doing is I'm trying to clean off any stuff that's on there so I can see and feel if there's any like chipped up areas or areas that need to be addressed before I move it move it down the mandrel a little bit more. It is going to be shiny. I probably could leave it even a little satin, and that would make it look like it's gonna get chipped up and dinged up and banged up. But I want the customer to have it shiny first. I could just sand it to about 1,000, maybe 1,500 and be done with it, but I'm going to go through the whole process. What I am going to do is remove this tailstock from the end, and I will move it out just a little bit, so I'll be able to sand it a little bit better. I want to be able to sand this end of it, but we can do a quick test, I guess, and see. Ooh, it's got a nice rasp to it. I can even feel the. I can feel the is that peaking? It is. Sorry about that. Let me. Well, I'm not going to adjust it right now, but I'll try not to do it so much in as I'm facing that. Go out here. Oh yeah, it's got a nice rasp. Maybe it's because it's. Yeah, that'll work. So it's got a nice, to me, it's got a nice rasp. What I want to be able to do is, I'm going to put it on so that way I can sand the edge of this a little bit more, I think. We'll see if it'll do what I want it to do. As long as I have a Leatherman on me, I should be able to do this. I don't think I brought my Leatherman back in here, and I'm not going to stop the show just for it. Let's see if I can get in there. Okay. That may not work. Oh, I do have my Leatherman in here. Ha ha. I'm gonna have ducks at my house. You know, that would be hilarious and awesome at the same time if ducks showed up because I was making duck calls. Yeah, there we go. I needed that so I could get into the edge a little bit more without hitting anything else. Now it doesn't, if it's a little bit off, it's okay because I'm not doing any more cutting. I'm only doing everything by hand for the sanding. So let's get back to, yeah, it's got a little more of a bounce to it now. But that'll be okay because it's all going to be in the hand and not anywhere else. So you can't really tell. You can tell a little bit from that view that it bounces a little bit more, but that's not going to be too much of an issue. But I wanted to be able to do this side of. crashing waves to the realm of the unknown where Jesus is. Call out his hands. And that right there is why we don't hold big long pieces when doing this. And for those that are just joining, I'm actually doing this as a recording, and we will be posting this on our YouTube channel, so you can see what's going on the YouTube channel. I recently posted, I think, a couple videos. I'll talk about one of the videos on Saturday or Sunday. Haven't decided which day I'm going to fully talk about that one. Probably on Sunday. Voice of truth. And right now I'm at 600 grit. I don't make a lot of duck calls. Matter of fact, this is my second. So if you're tuning in and you're going, man, this guy's taking forever. This guy doesn't make duck calls. He usually makes pens and ice cream scoops, pizza cutters. But because it can be turned on a lathe, I said I should make one of those. And I have a friend of mine who's a duck person, so he's already said he's going to buy one. It's kind of his. So, and what do I have here? Let's see. You're going to have ducks at your house. Yep. That's probably true. But, hey, keep an eye on this thing for me. I'll be right back. Had to only those who turn would know. We wouldn't know how long it takes. Yeah, I just had to go in and grab something to snack on quick. Oh, but I can't. Just thought of it. I can't. Okay, back to sanding. That was 600 grit. Let's get back to, we'll do 800 grit now. So I could leave it here and buff it at 800 and make it look good. I've done some of my pens that way, but I'm going to bring this up to a high gloss and let the customer mess up the high gloss so it just doesn't go. I have to look at that one. That center band may only be up to 800 though, because my micro mesh sanding is not going to get that in there that deep. Okay. Now we're going to go to the micro mesh pads. And this one here is 1500 grit. So this last one I just did was 6,000. This blue one is 8,000 grit. So there's really not much grit on it at all. It's kind of smooth actually, but it's one of those that we still use. And then this one here is 12,000 grit. So we'll have some fun with this last one, and then we'll pop it off, take a look at it, throw it on the buffer, take a look at it again, and should be pretty good. I don't think the buffer is going to give a good view, so we will probably switch to just a single camera view when I'm buffing. Okay, so those are done. We'll let this dry for a second. Dry most of it off. That's gonna be nice and smooth. I'll probably have to do a few things to it just briefly, but here you guys can see as I slowly turn it what it looks like. Let me real quick make sure that this view looks good for buffing, and I think that'll do. Try not to get the whole shop in there too. Let me take it off the of the lathe here. Okay, that's okay. Buff it clean. Spin that. Okay, that's loose. And at first look, she looks pretty good. Let me remove the lathe. Remove the mandrel and swap over to the buffing wheel. And just make sure that the screens look good. Nope, didn't think so. Nope. Okay, so give me 1 second to adjust this camera here. There's really no good view for this except directly overhead. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to buff it real quick, and here's your view for me buffing. I will turn the RPMs up a little bit higher. Try to move up so you guys can see. That's not what we want to happen. Glad I had that piece down there. Catch any chips that could have happened. Nothing chipped. Everything looks good. Throw a little bit of compound on there. Alright guys, so that concludes making a duck call. Give me 1 second and we will, I'm just going to wipe it down, clean it up real quick, and then we will wipe it down and test it out real quick and see how it sounds. This is a live Facebook event. If you guys want to see more of these live on Facebook, go check out my group at RK Leather and Turning. I had to think about it for a second. So my group is at RK Leather and Turning on Facebook. Just clean the inside of this out real quick, and then we will try to blow it and see how it sounds. Again, I'm not a duck caller guy. I just try to make stuff that I think is fun, and I can't believe I almost have that whole thing through there. I think it's fun, so I'll make it. I'll try it out. There's the finished. Hold on, let me turn the camera on. Here is the finished view of the duck call. So let's try it out and see how it sounds. Not really a fan of the dark green, and yeah, it looks awesome right now. Not really a fan of the dark green. I'm into the dark brown, so I'm definitely going to order a light color reed. The nice part is all of the reeds that are 5/8 are interchangeable with any of my duck calls. Ladybug, what are you doing? Get out of there. So, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, join my, subscribe to my YouTube channel right here. I'll put a link somewhere in there. Like and subscribe. I'm going to stand to the side so I have a place to put my stuff. Again, I should stop saying so. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, and keep watching for more videos. And if you're looking for more live content, head over to my Facebook group, and that's groups at RK Leather. Facebook groups, RK Leather and Turning. I almost said rkleather.com. So guys, check this out, and I'll put a better picture up for you. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and keep watching for more stuff coming out. I'm just going to hold this view for a second because I'm making videos pop up. I know I am, because I'm really good. Look at, there's videos.